Hello, welcome back to my channel. So, I keep saying that I'm going to film a wedding Q&A up until what we've got organised from when did I get engaged? December, and we're now going into August nearly. We've done the majority of the planning, but I keep saying I'm going to do a wee Q&A and then I never get round to it. So I put on my Instagram stories. If you're not already, make sure you go and follow me on Instagram stories. I do hundreds of Q&As over there, weekly Q&As actually. But today is just going to be wedding stuff only. So I asked you on Instagram for some questions and I've kind of put them into different, categories. So the first question is, when is the wedding and where are we getting married? So we are getting married at the Brigadoon in Ayr. It is absolutely stunning. It is so magical. I knew that's where I wanted to get married for years, but we did go view some other wedding venues, and as soon as we went to view the Brigadoon, I was like, oh, this is it. And I'm so glad Blaine was on the same page, because as soon as we got out, we were like, yeah, book it. We get married in April 2026. We're not actually sharing the date we get married, just because we want to keep some things to ourselves. But yeah, April 2026, and it is flying by. It's going to be here before we know it. So right now, I am currently surrounded by wedding folders, wedding DIYs, the lot. We're trying to get things done. Question 2, what is your theme, colours or aesthetic? Okay, so this has been keeping me awake at night, and I'm not joking. I wanted to go with the pink. No, I'm lying. When I first got engaged, I was like, right, I want to have champagne. I love the champagne colours, but for my bridesmaids it wasn't going to suit some of the girls' skin tones, so I was like, right, let's start again. I've always loved blush pink, so for a while I was like, right, we're going to do blush pink. I love the look of it. I think it's absolutely stunning, and because we're getting married in April, I thought that would just be so pretty. And then my photographer mentioned black to me. Now I know that's two total opposite ends of the spectrum, but it doesn't help also that I work in the wedding industry. So one wedding I went to was all baby pink, all blush pink. It was beautiful. Then the next wedding I went to, it was all black, and it was stunning. So I was stuck between the pink and the black for so long, but I had to make a decision yesterday, because I can't get anything done. I can't get any DIYs done. We can't get the dresses ordered, nothing. So I've come away from the pink. I think pink is very Maria, I love it, but I think black is timeless. It'll never go out of fashion. I'll never look back in years to come and be like, oh, why did I choose that colour? I wish I just chose black, or do you know what I mean? So my thing is, it's not going to be all black. It's going to be, my bridesmaids are wearing black. All the decor is going to be white with little black detailing, little black bows, and my detailing is pearls. So there's going to be, I've got my hair hanging from me, pearls everywhere, and then candles and just white. So that's the idea, and I've said to Blaine and Tony, my chief bridesmaids, and my maid of honour, my sister, I've made the decision. Do not let me change my mind again. If I mention that we're changing the colour again, just block me. How many guests are you having at the wedding? So I think we're keeping it to the minimum during the day, 60. I'm not actually sure how many extra we're inviting at night, because we really only want our nearest and dearest there. We don't want a big massive wedding, so I don't think there'll be much more at night time, to be honest with you. Maybe an extra 10, 15 if that, but we want quite a wee small intimate wedding. I thought somebody was coming to my door there. Question 4, are you having kids at the wedding? Absolutely. Obviously we've got kids ourselves, so I would never not have the kids at the wedding, but I know a lot of people will maybe have our kids at the wedding, and then that's it. We're not. We're having our nearest and dearest. I am an auntie to many children. That is not actually my nieces and nephews, but my best friends' babies, or India and things like that. So yeah, we're definitely having children. Not just guests bring their kids. It would just basically be the bridal party, our nearest and dearest children. So there will not be many. It really is just the bridal party that's bringing their kids. Money. Everybody wanted to know about money, right? So question number 5, what was your overall wedding budget? I have not a clue, but whatever it was, we surpassed it and more. I remember my best friend saying to me, Maria, see whatever your wedding budget is, double it. and then some, because it grows arms and legs, and it definitely has. We've still made it totally doable. It's not like crazy over the top expensive. It is very expensive for a day, one day, but it is your wedding day, so I don't actually know what the overall budget is. I can maybe do a video later on down the line telling you what it is, but I don't know right now off the top of my head. Question 6, where are you saving money and what are you splurging on? So, splurging on, I have always said, the minute I get married, the money, I would rather spend all of my budget on a good photographer and a good videographer, because at the end of the day, that's what lasts forever. Like, the day comes and goes, but photo and video you get to keep forever, and I am a very, very, very sentimental person. We grew up with my mum with a camcorder filming everything we done, every move, every fart, every laughter, every cry. My mum filmed it, and me and my big cousin are now very sentimental people from it, and we love watching it back. So photography and videography were never a discussion. It was just find the best in the industry, and that's exactly what we've done. We have got a content creator, which is exciting, but I think I'm actually going to give my cousin like a wee camcorder, because that's her kind of thing. That's what we love to do. Where have we saved money? I am doing a lot of the DIY myself. Like, as I've said, I'm surrounded by DIY stuff. I have designed all of our save the dates, menus, invites, all of that kind of thing, and I'm printing it all out myself. Am I saving on anything else? Like, I'm not sure. But I think, yeah, I'm doing most of it. Flowers. We're not having real flowers. I'm going to DIY all our own flowers. 1, because it's cheaper. And 2, because, as you can see, I have always got flowers in my house. And I love the thought of having my wedding flowers up in my house for the rest of my life. And I would love the thought of my bridesmaids also being able to keep their bouquet. Or get rid of them. It's up to you. How did you choose your venue, photographer, and videographer, etc.? Right, okay, so I'm going to do a whole vendor list, right, but just on these ones, I'm going to do a whole vendor video, because I could be here all day talking about everybody that I've booked, because I feel like our wedding day is going to be some hoot. We have got the best vendors. So how did we choose our venue? It is just magical. Like, it literally looks like you're walking into a fairy tale, so that's why I booked it. Photographer is our Julianne. She is Unfiltered Photographer on TikTok. If you don't know, get to know. She is the funniest. There's no airs and graces with her. I found her on TikTok maybe about a year or 2 ago, and I remember saying to Blaine, see, if we ever get married, that's who's going to be our photographer. And ever since then, she has become one of my very, very good friends, and I now work alongside her, which is really cool. Videographer was one that I really, really struggled with, I'm not going to lie. Didn't know who to go with, went off of Julianne's recommendation, and Mikey seems absolutely amazing. But I'll do a whole vendor list of everybody I've used and why I've picked them in another video if you want to see that, because we could be here all day. Are you using a wedding planner or are you doing it all yourself? I am doing it all myself. How do you stay so organised whilst being a mum? I have, wait a minute, this, woo, wedding binder, and it literally has everything in it that I need. I can do an in-depth video on that if you want as well, because that's actually quite cool, very type A. But it's just a case of like times like this where Blaine is away out for a few hours with the kids to his dad's house, so I use this time to maybe get some DIY stuff done, or when the kids are in bed. My mum is a great help with the kids. She takes them all the time for us to help me out. Yeah, it's just finding those wee minutes when the kids are either sleeping, playing, or at family. Have you chose your dress yet? I have. There is actually a video already posted of me choosing my dress. I am an Opus bride and I'm so excited. My dress is absolutely beautiful, and I think about it all the time. Like, I want to try it on again. But yeah, make sure you go and watch that video. What will your daughter Ralph and son Freddie wear? So if you don't know, my little girl's name is Amelia, but we call her Ralph. So Amelia is a flower girl alongside India, who is my niece, and so we went to pick the flower girl dresses, and India actually ended up designing our flower girl dresses, which is really, really cool. So they tried on all these dresses, and basically India picked ones from every single dress that she really, really liked, and she came up with something really cool and really exciting, so I can't wait to show you that. And Freddie will be wearing a kilt alongside his daddy, and it'll probably be an offcut of Blaine's kilt. Right, I'll answer a few more How did you and Blaine meet? We met in school. Wouldn't look in each other's directions at all. Totally two different friendship groups. And then once we left school, our two friendship groups merged and we ended up becoming best friends, and the rest is history. Oh, Freddie and Amelia have roles in the wedding. Yeah, so Amelia is flower girl and Freddie is ring bearer. I can't wait. I think I'm more excited about they two walking down the aisle than I am me walking down the aisle. I think that's what will make Blaine really emotional, the kids walking down the aisle. Right, last one. Are you writing your own vows? Controversial opinion, but no, we're not doing vows in front of everybody. We are going to have our own vows and like swap them privately between each other, but we aren't the kind of people that want to stand up in front of everyone and profess our love for one another. Like, the thought of me even having to kiss Blaine in front of everyone when they say you may now kiss the bride sends my body into anxiety. Like, can we not just fist pump and move on? But it's just not us, so no, we won't be doing that. We will be keeping them private. Leave some more wedding questions in the comments and I will definitely do a part 2 if there is enough.